Go for it.
All right, so last week, after waking from your night's rest, y'all headed into Targos, expecting to be met with open hostility by the entire town. Guard asked who you were, and after Celestine replied, they let the group in with no hesitancy. About 2 minutes after leaving the gate, a sled dog started barking at y'all, ran off, ran back, heading straight towards Celestine. Mere moments before it launched up to tackle her, Nowhere grabbed the broken harness and pulled the dog back, keeping it from knocking Celestine over. Y'all let the dog lead you to a modest dwelling where Keegan answered the door with a giant smile on his face, and as Boy pulled Nowhere into the house, Keegan's face went from bright and cheery to gloomy. He invited y'all in and explained that his husband, Garrett, had left a few days ago to guide some adventures up Kelvin's cairn and was expected to be back around now, but that as Boy had made it back without Garrett, he worries what might have happened. Y'all agreed to help Keegan out and set right back out to follow Boy to Kelvin's cairn. Boy took you the most direct path that he had taken to Targos just a few hours earlier. After 10 hours of walking through the snow in less than optimal weather, y'all decided to keep heading towards the mountain. About another 4 hours later, you've arrived at what looks to be base camp. 5 cold, hungry, and miserable looking dogs are howling in turn, trying to get the attention of anybody had gotten into one of the crates and eaten some rations, but the other crate was too far from the pack to reach. We called it last week. Celestine started to perform a ritual of some sort, and Illiken was trying to decide whether it would be worth riding the sled and trying to maneuver it up the long, steep, windy incline. That is where we pick up. Currently, everybody should have 1 point of exhaustion as you have been up for 16 hours and walking for 14.
I say we rest here for to get. Or what do you guys think? Since it has been, I didn't notice it was been that long.
Well, I got a nice big black screen. Ah,
I see the light. Oh, and also build a small enclave so that dogs can stay warm while we're going up.
Oh, I am currently in the middle of ritual casting. Um, what does it? Speak with animals.
I don't know, you never got around to telling what it was last week. I just made the note to say, hey, you're casting something, so you don't forget.
Has it been an hour since we were talking, or beyond that?
Then you have gotten here within the last, like, probably 10, 15 minutes.
No, no, I meant from me talking to the dog and saying how much farther do we got to go to now.
Yeah, it's been like 4 hours. That
Okay.
was about the time that you would have normally stopped.
Okay. All right, then. While he's ritual casting, I'm going to start building a wind block so that the at least to be a little bit warmer, and see if I can start a fire or anything.
I'll help you build a wind block.
He is a she. Um, give me a survival check.
Woohoo! We like our 16s, Dad.
I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah, you can. I don't know, what are you trying to get up against the mountain and like form snow into a little fort kind of thing, or
Yeah. Making it to where wherever the wind's coming from most, building up the embankment so that it blocks the wind and warms up a little bit.
okay. Yeah, you find a little outcropping of stone. You can spend some time pushing up the snow and kind of packing it in so that you can block some of the wind.
Okay, and then I build a fire, or we build a fire in front of it.
Don't think that that's going to happen.
Okay.
The wind against this mountain is strong. Every time you try and pull something out, it blows away.
All right.
What about doing it on the other side of the wind block?
That's what the wind block I was using to block the wind from start the fire. So I think he's saying that you can't build a fire anywhere around here. So that was okay.
Yeah.
I tried, guys.
It's okay. I think if we all got in there, we'd provide enough body heat to warm the dogs up a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Build it big enough for all of us to crawl in there with and lay down with the dogs. With all of us, the body heat from the animals and ourselves would keep us warm.
Okay.
How long does Celestine have to focus on this ritual cast?
I think she said 10 minutes.
No, how long does she have to focus on it? Is this like a half rest or?
I think she said 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm sorry.
And how long does it last for? Oh, we'll find that out once she's done.
I'm assuming this whole windbreak thing.
Assuming what?
I'm assuming building this whole windbreak thing takes you more than 10 minutes.
Yeah, certainly. That's what I was.
Okay, when it finishes, I will, or when I'm finished, rather, I will, go over and talk first to Boy and the rest of the dogs. Ask them basically ask them if they're okay, if any of them are hurt, if they're freezing, is their fur keeping them warm enough for that kind of stuff. Basically, just try to get a sense of how their welfare at this point.
They relay to you that they're used to the cold and that they are plenty warm with their fur. They have been hungry and thank you for the rations that you guys provided. They haven't eaten for multiple days, so they're still they're not hungry right now, but they're still not sure what I'm looking for, but still not fully fed, I guess. I mean, they're not hungry at the moment, but they haven't gotten their energy back. But other than that, they are very thankful.
Okay. I'll verify with them that what's his name, Garrett, is up this mountain somewhere.
They conveyed that about 4 days ago, 3 days ago, yeah, let's go 3 days ago, Garrett and 3 others headed up the mountain. They have not seen any of them since.
Okay, I'll look back at the party and say, or ask them, should we send them home, or do you think we're going to need them to get survivors back from this camp?
If they're survivors and they can't walk, we might need them.
Yeah.
Think we should hold the dogs here at least until we find out what's happened up above.
I think the same thing. That's why I was saying.
Okay.
See, and that's why I built things so they give them at least a little bit of protection from the.
Wow. There's a stream of bikers going by outside. They're all on little sports bikes. No real motorcycles, and a lot of them. probably about, I don't know, 50 of them. It was kind of funny. Anyway, I will let them know that we are going up to search for Garrett and his fellow travelers, and that we'll be back as soon as we can, and not to worry. And then I will see. There are 5 dogs, you said?
6 total. Five that are attached to the harness, and then boy.
Okay. Do they seem as well trained as Boy?
No.
I was afraid of that. Okay, I'll drop. I'll go ahead and drop another 5 rations, and I will caution them to not eat them right away, because there's no guarantee how long they'll be before we return. And I'm assuming, well, I'll just tell them Boy is coming with us to make sure we get to Garrett. Actually, you know what? I will wait on the rations until we leave in the morning. I'll tell them I will leave them rations when we leave in the morning.
They seemed content.
And I will turn back to the rest of the party and tell them, okay, let's...
I gotta take this call.
Okay. Let's go ahead and rest for the evening and pick this up early or first thing. So I will take first watch, or would you prefer that, Arden?
I'll take second.
Okay, would you like a perception check, Sky?
I would love a perception check.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Well, it is cold here. Getting used to it being nothing but cold. But yeah, it is quiet 4 hours. Um, lots and lots of wind that is just keeps on blowing. Figure this is a plains of the north with one large mountain in the middle. It is just rushing on either side of this mountain. Um, the wall that Silicon and Arden built definitely is helping block a lot of the briskness of the wind, but it whistles and howls and cold. But nothing of intrinsic value comes of the rest. Watch, I should say.
Okay. I will go over and gently shake Arden awake. It's cold out here. It's windy, but I didn't notice anything. So,
Okay.
and then I will lay down to sleep.
And I'll get up and perform my watch. There's my perception check.
Yeah, just about the same. It's cold. Nothing really happens. It's dark. Don't really see anything out there. Look up and try and see if that dragon passes that you saw last night. No dragon. No nothing. Just calm. Except for the biting wind. And your rest comes, or your watch comes to an end. And it's still dark.
I'll go ahead and start waking everybody up.
Gets up, checks the dogs, make sure they're okay.
Dogs are doing all right. They're huddled up together.
Okay.
Just fine there.
I would have fed Boy during the night, and myself using rations, obviously. And then I will take a few moments, pet each of the dogs, give them a little bit of attention, and let them, just tell them I'm not going to cast spell again. Just tell them that we'll be back. I promise we'll be back. And then I will leave them the rations. And kind of urge my party members forward.
The smell of napalm in the morning. Let's go.
And fall.
So everybody can replenish their spells and their hit points and their whatever. You are back to normal. You can take away the 1 point of exhaustion that I gave y'all before we started.
And it's still currently dark, right?
Yep, for the next probably 5 hours. Maybe 4.5, I don't know.
I will give... What's his name? Illikin. Dark vision.
I will take ration. Because I didn't do my spell last night. I thank you for the dark vision. I can see clearly now.
So I need to know the order that you guys are going to be going in.
I figure I'm the tank, right? So I'll go first. Somebody's a better tank than me. Go for it.
Hold off. Let me just see what we can do, okay? I'd like to try to stealth first. And then I'd like to try to climb up to the next level of the mountain. There's no try. I'll climb up to the next level of the mountain.
Okay, so it seems like it's Claudette, Illikin. I'll go ahead and go third with Boy.
I'll pick up the rear.
And I'll follow Celestine.
Stop moving your token, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay. For this, we are using party token. So you're not moving your tokens. Your tokens
Okay.
are there to tell me which order you're going in.
So you know which order to ask? Gotcha.
And a place for us to change our health and stuff too, right?
Correct.
Because I have a feeling this isn't going to be a leisurely stroll up the mountainside.
It's a mountain. The wind has obliterated the tracks made by Garrett's expedition, but you can discern the likeliest route that the climbers took. Route is marked on the Kelvin's Cairn map, and we will start climbing.
Can I check for traps?
On a mountain?
Hey, I've heard of weirder things.
I'm just gonna say no.
No traps?
I'm just gonna say no.
Okay.
Now, if he gives us a trap later, we can be like, no, you said we couldn't even look for traps, so yeah. But I doubt he will. I'm just messing with him.
This is a nature adventure. Nobody has currently, at least for the next, I don't know, for a while, there's no traps that somebody has purposely set for you.
That was very carefully worded.
I try.
We need to be careful about the snow. Make sure the trail that we're walking, and there's no place to create a slide.
And let's try to avoid making loud noises. Avalanches happen.
You get about here. You get an athletics check from everybody.
Even me.
Yes. You can walk up walls. There's no walls here.
I'm trying.
Just surfaces, not walls.
Basically walls. You could probably walk up a straight rocky surface, but climbing around rocks is different.
Not to mention the ice.
That as well.
Yeah, as Jeff likes to say, the ice is not a wall; it's something else.
Besides, walking on horizontal ice is treacherous enough. Do you really want to try to walk up vertical ice? I can just see you taking a step and your foot sliding down, taking another step, your foot slides down. Just walking in place.
Rolled a 3 white. Do you want to help?
If she starts to slip,
Might want to
I'll
help you
behind her.
walk.
No, I mean, he's just like really assisting in the whole argument. So, the DM's given his judgment. It's fine. Whatever.
I've tied Drake, and I've got a rope to where. Oh yeah, I gotta do Drake's. Which one do I do for agility?
What's that?
On the Drake, which one do I do?
Don't worry about the Drake.
Don't worry, okay.
All right, so yeah, I took the Drake off the page. It's taking you a little bit longer to find your footing than you would like, but with everybody behind you, you're still going. You're getting it done. Takes you about an hour to get up to the top of this little area right here. About another hour goes by. And you guys get to about there. About 700 feet up. Maybe about 600.
This is 2 hours up or 3?
We're at 2 at the moment.
Okay.
The howling wind, blowing snow, and slippery ice make the climb treacherous. Ahead you see 4 mountain goats perched on a large rock formation around which you must navigate. 4 mountain goats are indifferent towards you. They bleat loudly as you draw near.
Okay. Do they seem to be in any danger or injured or anything like that?
Give me a medicine check. Nope, they seem perfectly fine. They don't seem to like the fact that you were in their area, but they're just standing there watching and yelling at you in their language.
Then I just try to hurry the party past.
Everybody give me acrobatics as we're trying to maneuver around the rock without threatening the goats. Couple of slips here and there with the tiefling's hooves and Arden. Wow, nice. This doesn't go horribly. Takes a little bit of time. You're now about 3 hours in, and you're about 1,000 feet up from the bottom.
I'm not looking down.
Hundreds of feet up the mountain, you come to a glistening white expanse of packed snow. As you get about halfway across it, Celestine, give me an insight roll. Never mind.
Yeah.
You hear a loud crack from higher up the mountain, followed by a rumbling noise as the ground starts to shake. Roll initiative.
Oh yeah, I gotta click on my character first.
Good rolls. As you hear the crack above, Celestine, what are you doing?
So I have a full action, bonus action kind of thing.
Yep.
Okay, first I'll use the Beat of Blessing to give Claudette, Illikin, and myself bless. So I'll pull the bead off my necklace and bless Claudette, Illikin, and myself.
No, you put it there. Where'd you put it?
There should be one with your saving throws and one just under your attacks. And then I will take a spell slot to bless Boy, Nowhere, and Arden. Actually, wait. Shit, Drew doesn't have bless. So I can't bless them.
Well, we still get blessed though, right? The first three.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, in that case, it'll be Claudette, Illikin, and Nowhere. For my action... Sorry, my character sheet is acting up. I guess for my action, I'll just conjure flame on my sphere and try to run as far along as I can for a movement.
Okay. Nowhere.
Yes. That noise, the cracking and rumbling, is that coming from up this way or over here?
Coming from right about there.
Okay, then.
Not
I'm-
actually 25 feet, but yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to move to the west here. As far as
I
I
see.
can. I'm sorry, what?
I see where you're pointing.
Yeah.
So You gonna use your action to dash as well?
Yeah, I guess that makes the most sense to just try and get out of the way.
Currently, you've got Boy, Celestine, Illican, and Claudette in front of you.
Celestine's a little further on 'cause she already ran.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll do my best to run up with Celestine because she seems to be able to survive, and I think that's a good thing.
Alright.
I don't see anything to attack. So I'm just going to lay low for a second. And what is it? What is it when I hold my action? Hold my action. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold my action. And not break stealth just yet.
Okay. You're staying put.
Maybe get up underneath this rock here.
That's about 100 feet away.
And what about this one over here?
You're about... This is about 200 feet across. I know it says 15, but it's 200. Actually, you're closer this way than Arden's at about 100 feet middle. So you'd be closer to the left.
Okay, I was just trying to take some cover, but if there's no cover available, then I'm going to stay put.
Arden.
I'm gonna try to make my way over here underneath the rock to the west of us.
Use action and bonus action, or sorry, action and regular run. Dash. You're gonna use your both your run and your action dash.
I'm trying to find it.
Oh, it's a verbal, Dad.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna move as carefully as possible, but as quick as possible. Because I don't want to start something by moving too fast. And try to make my way over to underneath the big boulder to the west.
Looking
Okay, can you? I know this is, but just because. Which way is everybody running right now?
to the left.
So they're all running to the left. I'm going to throw the rope to Claudette as she's staying still. And did somebody grab the dog?
Dog was running with Celestine.
Okay. Then I'm going to move towards everybody else, casting. As I run. Or as I move. And if I pass somebody, hand them more of the rope so that we can, if something happens, maybe there's a chance that we can help somebody.
So, I would say that you've got a 30 run speed, right?
Yeah, I've got 30, and then I get another 30, so I get 60.
Alright. You will pass Claudette and Nowhere and get right up to about where Celestine is.
Okay. So those 4 people have rope with me. What they do with it is up to them, but I at least got.
Alright, so on my turn order of 10, the snow from above falls about 300 feet. Turn order 0, it falls another 300 feet. It was 500 feet above you guys. So, as it hits Claudette, I need read something somewhere. A strength saving throw, DC 15. Arden, strength save. Y'all take 0 damage.
Nice.
Good job. I like how he said that. It was like he was surprised.
I just figured it would get at least higher than a 1. At least a 2, they would have taken 1 damage.
So are they currently buried in snow, or so do we need to bury them out or dig them out? Is what I'm asking.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to read right now. As the avalanche stops, the snow settles and buries creatures in it. Creature buried in this way is blinded and restrained and has total cover. Creature gains 1 level of exhaustion for every 5 minutes it spends buried in the snow. You can try and dig yourself free as an action, breaking the surface and ending the blinded and restrained conditions on yourself with a successful DC 15 athletics check. Creature that fails this check 3 times cannot attempt to dig themselves out again. So currently, Arden and Claudette are gone. And the avalanche has subsided. So, Celestine, it's your turn.
First thing I do is look at Boy and instruct him to find Claudette and Arden.
Boy will take off and start sniffing around, and for about 2-3 seconds start pawing at a certain area.
Question: is that above us or below us?
That's about right there.
Okay.
Claudette was in front, so she's closer. She was closer. Since she didn't move, Arden's now about 10 feet closer to the edge. Probably 20 feet from where the slide ended.
Okay.
And Claudette is about 30 feet from where the slide ended.
Okay, I will wild shape into the largest dog you'll let me, and just start digging at that snow where boy pointed out.
I'm not too terribly familiar with druid, so largest dog you can do.
Probably basic wolf.
Okay.
I'd love a dire wolf, but that's a little beyond my
I
level
was
at the
thinking,
moment.
yeah.
So yeah, I'll start digging out the snow.
Alright. Well, nowhere. Your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and help to dig. And to see what tools I have available that I can use.
Snowshoe would make a decent shovel, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, it's better than nothing anyway.
yeah. It's okay. I'm not sure. I guess I have snowshoes. Oh yeah. I talked to Celestine and asked where she wants me to dig and take my snowshoe off and start digging.
I'll just, I guess, bark at him, hoping he'll understand that where I'm digging.
Okay, well, that makes sense. So I'll get over close and help her dig a hole. So and I'm using that snowshoe more to scrape the snow away than to really dig. But the idea is to get down to who's it, Claudette? Get down to her as fast as we can. I don't know what else to do.
Yep. Just one sec. Okay. I should have done this before. Celestine, as well as nowhere at the moment. Give me. Well, yeah. Give me athletics checks while you're digging.
You want me to use mine, or you want me to use the wolf stat block? Okay, so it looks like they're +1. 10.
Leo. Claudette, you are currently blinded and restrained. I'm assuming you're going to try to dig yourself free.
Of course.
Okay, give me a strength athletics check.
Nice.
Damn. Oh,
I
and
also have the rope that I could probably pull to.
I would say that gives you advantage, but in this case, yeah, there's that. Wait, nope, that's not. Sorry, not a strength save, a athletics check. And for reference, everybody, the two dogs and Nowhere are over at Arden currently. Okay, 16. So currently, you guys are about 9 feet deep in the snow. Not that anybody knows that. Say that you got about 3 feet up on your turn. Arden, your turn. You are also currently blinded and restrained. Trying to dig yourself free.
So you need a strength and
Uh,
athletic.
yeah, it's athletics check. To see how well you get yourself about 4 feet up. Looking, your turn. What are you doing?
I am. How many? Okay, so the dogs are on Illiken, but everybody else is on Claudette. I'm gonna go where the dogs are.
Nobody's caught that yet. They haven't.
Not Illiken, but
Yeah, all three of us are on Arden at the moment.
so I'll go to Claudette and start digging there. Uh, with same thing with with the
Survival
same.
check to see if you can figure out where she's at.
Do I get because of the rope?
Advantage with the rope. Yeah, I'd say you'd find her, or find where she's at, and give me a athletics check. Okay. Steen.
Okay. Does it seem like Arden, or sorry, not Arden, Nowhere and Boy are doing okay with this one, this hole? Um, if they are, I'll go ahead and
Yeah, they are.
okay. I'll go ahead and run over and help Illiken with the other hole. Hopefully, Boy stays with Nowhere, since I can't really talk at the moment.
Alright, give me another athletics check. both of y'all.
Oops, sorry. Not that. One is 19, one is 3. I'll go ahead and take the 3, unfortunately, because I intended to roll for him first.
$19, I would say, break through the snow and see Arden clawing, trying to get out. Still not able to see Claudette, however. Nora, it is your turn. You are looking down as you are trying to scrape the snow and ice away. And all of a sudden, you see a hand.
Well, I grab Arden's hand and pull and try to shift him back and forth to free him from this packed snow.
Give me an athletics check. He does not budge.
Okay, and I dig around just with my hands where his head should be, trying to get his head free so he can see and breathe.
Give me another athletics check. Yeah, you're able to get enough of the snow out so that he can see and start breathing the crisp air.
Oh, air.
Claudette. Let's see here. You are... Remember where we're at. 3 feet. 10. 2 feet. Okay. You're currently still blinded and restrained. Guessing probably still trying to dig yourself out.
Of course, I like to survive.
Athletics.
I'll get advantage because I got the rope.
Advantage because of the rope, yes. You get enough snow moved to where your fingers can feel a little bit of a bite from the air above. Pardon? You can breathe. You're not blinded anymore. Not that it helps because it's still dark out. But you're still kind of restrained. Do athletics to keep trying to get out.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear
Yes.
you.
Yes.
Can Arden hear us?
Yeah, you hear me, but do you hear everybody else?
I hear everybody as far as I know.
They're asking you a question. That's what I was asking.
It's your turn. You are no longer blinded. You're looking up into the darkness, but you're still pretty much restrained. You've got some movement in your hand. I'm guessing you're still trying to climb out.
Yeah, I'm still attempting to dig my legs free.
Okay. Give me an athletics check. That you get yourself free, and you are up on the snow, or up on the settled snow.
I'm gonna ask if everybody's out, and or do we need to keep dig somebody else out?
Give me a perception check. Still adjusting your eyes from the being blinded by snow to being in darkness again. Looking?
Well,
I am going to. Do I see the fingers?
Yes, you see a few fingers wiggling around, trying to drastically trying to claw upwards.
I'm going to move or dig from where I see the fingers. So around to the wrist and keep going downwards and say we're here. We're almost out. We're digging, and I'm going to keep digging till I can get her face and upper body dug out before I pull. Just because I don't know how packed she is and I don't want to hurt her.
Give me an athletics. I'd say you get about that much. Self-Steen.
I'll just continue digging. Trying to get her up out of the snow. I'm free.
Right. More athletics. Because we all love athletics or something.
Crap, another 9.
Feels like you're not doing more harm than good, but feels like the snow is just keeps the little bit that you're getting, it falls back down, and then you scrape it back up again, and it falls back down, and it's like you keep getting the same snow.
I start growling.
Nowhere.
Yeah.
Arden is out. He is resting on the freshly powdered snow. And there's another group about 10 feet away from you that is frantically digging at the ice.
Okay, well, I'll step up with that group and realize that's Claudette's hand. We got to get her face clear so she can breathe. And so I move around to where her face should be, I think. And I just start digging.
Give me athletics.
And I just keep digging.
Same thing as Celestine. She feel it just the hole's a little bit smaller than Arden's hole, and as you guys keep digging the snow out, a lot of the snow seems to just keep falling back down.
Well, I'll take my snowshoe up again and start scooping it out of the hole so it doesn't fall back down. Just got to keep digging.
Claudette, your face is free, your arms are free, and it looks like Noah is frantically trying to dig you out. It's not doing great. Celestine, well, the dog that you may or may not recognize, is also trying to dig you out and is not doing very much. But Illiken has gotten your face free.
I just kind of say, I've got the rope, guys. And continue to try to free myself.
Alright, give me an athletics check.
If I fail this, do I fall through the ice and am I lost forever?
We'll see. Get a 1, see what we can do. Oh, ouch.
I was
I didn't really
trying.
mean that. You still get a 4 because of the rope, but yeah, you don't make any progress.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my other hand and I'm going to put them together with the rope and say, guys, let's try pulling. Maybe.
Arden, it's your turn.
Have I adjusted to the darkness? And able
Sure.
to see now?
Yeah, and everybody else is over about 10 feet away from you, digging at a hole.
And I will go over and help them. Need an athletics check.
Yep. You're able to get most of her upper body free of snow. Looking.
I'm going to. She's got a hold of the rope. I'm going to try to pull her up. And I know I got to do an acrobatics check, right?
Athletics. Strength.
Oh, strength check.
Well, no. Athletics is strength.
Okay.
Yeah. As you pull, she is stuck down in that hole. Like, we still need some more digging.
Okay. And I'll keep going towards her waist and her legs then.
Belstein.
I will continue growling and digging and attempt to get boys aid in digging as well. 20 and 14.
Yeah. Y'all get her, y'all get the hole nice and big and wide and get her most of the rest of the way out. I would say to a point where she can crawl out and you guys are good.
Thank y'all for getting me free.
Wish it was faster, but it took a little bit.
I will lick the melted snow off her face. As the dog, or as the wolf, of course. Because that just sounded weird otherwise.
Yeah. Alright, so after that little tidbit, takes you about another hour to get about right here. And as you get there, you reach a deep, snow-covered incline dotted with jagged rocks. Lying face down in the snow, barely conscious, is a humanoid in blood-stained cold-weather clothing. He looks to be barely clinging to life.
Does Voy react to him? Or it?
Boy runs up real quickly and starts clawing at the snow and panting.
Okay. About this time my wild shape ends anyway, I will run up towards the form and use healing word as I approach.
He opens his eyes and looks up to you. You an angel?
Oh, I'll just laugh and say, maybe your dog is.
I look over and... Boy! Boy! Good job, boy.
I'm assuming you're Garrett?
I am.
My name's Celestine. These are my comrades. My companions. Are you fit enough to stand?
We'll try and get up. A little bit wobbly, but he'll sit back down for the moment. Doesn't look bloodied anymore, but doesn't look full either. I left. Oh, I don't know. A few days ago. So much. I don't. Time has gotten away from me. There was 4 of us. I was leading 3 of them up the mountain on an expedition. And right about that time, what's everybody's perception scores? Wisdom. Passive perception scores.
16 for Celestine.
14 for nowhere.
Passive is 14.
I'm looking for it.
I didn't hear the question.
Passive perception. It's underneath your skills, and underneath your ability scores.
Oh.
That's enough.
Pardon, you're at 15.
That's enough.
Okay, I see it.
Just enough. That's enough.
It's
Go on.
You're good.
Go on. That's okay.
As you all are talking to Garrett, roll initiative.
Woohoo!
Working on.
I'm enjoying this one, just so you know. Gotta make sure my character's selected though.
Fudge me.
All I have is chocolate though.
No. I just wish that I had brains.
If I only had a brain.
I'll change that, okay?
Everybody still have the rope?
Did we have a rope?
I handed the rope out when the thing. I was wondering if anybody collected. I kept mine in, but I was just wondering if anybody kept their piece. You know, hey, okay, this was a good idea, or okay, did I put it back up? And
Guess I held on to it for prosperity purposes since we're on a mountain. It kind of makes sense to be tethered to somebody else.
I just making sure there, you know. this case, another avalanche happened. So
Yeah, it's a good idea to tie yourself to the rope.
So, nonetheless, as you were talking to Garrett, two frag cats leap down into the fray.
Oh, such a pretty kitty.
yeah, this come from a cat lover.
Um, one of them. Damn it. Way bay. Alright, so one will pop down. And try and knock down Elstein. The other one will try and knock down Arden.
I'm gonna see if he hits me. If that was me. Nope, I'm one short.
That wasn't a hit. Alright, so Arden, you are still up. Celestine, you are currently knocked prone. And it is your turn.
Are you gonna make those bite attacks against us at the Prounce says you can take?
Oh, if you want me to, sure.
I mean, I don't really want you to, but that's...
That's against you. And that one will be against Arden. Actually, Cat can take... Okay, so it's not against Arden because it can't take it on non-prone, so just against you.
Yeah, that hits.
Six piercing. Now it's your turn.
I will roll to the side, up to my feet, and stab at the cat with my spear.
That will hit.
And if I can, I will order dog back behind me. Or ask dog to get back behind
Boy.
me. Boy, sorry. Dog, boy.
Okay. Bonus or?
No, not at the moment.
Alright, let it.
Being that they attacked Celestine and tried to attack Arden, whichever one is closest to me, I imagine the other one is within 30 feet, correct?
Yeah.
Am I within 5 feet?
Yeah, they're... I don't know exactly where you're at, but... yeah, I'd say... They're probably within 5 feet of each other. Both will hit. Okay.
That'll be the end of my turn.
Arden.
Oops.
Got
I'm gonna
one.
attack.
You got one healthy Craig cat. Pretty healthy-ish. Craig cat right next to you, within 5 feet of you, and the other one's about 10-15 feet away, and is looking pretty bloody.
I'm gonna attack the one that's closest to me, the one that's 5 feet away,
Yep.
with the short sword.
That will hit. And are you using your bonus action offhand?
Yeah. Hold on. Well, I only have the short sword, so that's it.
And are you marking this as your favorite foe, or?
Yeah, for now.
Okay. You want to take one of your favorite foes off your sheet. And this would be 3, 4, 7. Don't get the 2 from the archery. So 7 and 9, which would be 16 points damage. All right, this one that's closest to Arden will hiss out at Arden and bite.
It hits.
Five piercing. And that'll be it for it. So, Illiken.
Quick question: the paring knife that I'm carrying, is that two-handed weapon or one-handed?
The paring knife.
The giant's paring knife?
Yes, it's a paring knife. It's not a weapon, it's a paring knife.
Okay. Well, I showed that it did 1d6 plus 4 slashing, so I figured I'd, ask that question. I take the war, get the extra 4 hits.
No.
One closest to me.
Alright, the 8 does not hit, but the 20.
And you said I
22
don't have my dragon with me,
does.
or is he there?
You can, yeah, it's there now. You can bring him out or whatever, or just use the sheet.
For the hand axe. And then one closest to me, since I can't see him. Whichever one's closest to me. Oh, I executed one of them. And then that's all I can do, because I used my offhand as my bonus action, so. Oh, wait a minute. I would have also. No. That's all I would have done. Measly cats. Nowhere's turn.
Nowhere.
Yes. This one that's remaining, how close is it to me?
We'll say 10 feet away.
Okay, that's perfect. Then I'm going to shoot it with the longbow. And it looks like I get 12 points of damage. And that's the end of my turn.
And the Craig cat that would be there would be the one that would take the necrotic damage, but it's dead. So, Celestine.
I'll stab.
That'll hit. And kill it.
Can I skin the cats?
I'll help her.
Just for you, they disappear.
That's the
Yes.
payback for the dragon. There you go.
No. Payback for the dragon is going to come. I don't know when it's going to come, but it's not going to be leather disappearing.
So, out of curiosity, since I picked up the leatherworking and haven't learned something else, am I proficient at skinning these things too?
Yes.
Okay, I'll help her.
Okay, then I probably don't need to.
One of y'all want to attack one, and one of y'all want to attack the other, and
I'll help. Not Celestine, but Claudette.
wow,
Okay, so what do I need to
the way
roll?
that came out. Celestine and Claudette give me leatherworking tools with dexterity.
I don't have leatherworking tools, but I can roll a dexterity.
Give me a d20.
Plus your proficiency modifier, plus your dexterity modifier.
Now my dexterity modifier is 3. And then I don't know what the proficiency modifier is.
It's 2.
Okay. So that's 11, 12, 13.
Does she roll it twice because I'm helping?
Can I talk now? And give me another d20, please.
God.
Alright, so you've got a is 13 and a 21. It takes you guys about an hour to skin these large beasts. Looking over at not Claudette, Celestine and Nowhere's skin, it's a lot bigger, it's a lot better, cleaner cut lines. But yes, you are able to get probably about half the cat cut. Celestine, you've got a very beautiful full pelt.
Okay. Do you want me to take these, Claudette, or do you want to hold on to them, or?
No, I just did this to help you temporarily until your skills got up there and you could do what you needed to do.
Thank you, I appreciate that. So I will take them and roll them up and put them in my packs.
While you are skinning these cats or kitties, Garrett will continue to tell you that I would really like to find the other members of the expedition. I'm assuming that they're still up the mountain. I we were heading up, and there was a cave, and a Yeti surprised me and our companions higher up the mountains. I tried to lure the Yeti away from the others and got it to chase me down the mountain. And I barely escaped with my life when the thing stopped chasing me. There should be more up there. Three more people.
We'll see what we can do to bring him back.
You're looking for the male Goliath warrior. He goes by Mokingo, Growling Bear, Akanathi. You're looking for a female Lightfoot halfling by the name of Perilou Fishfinger, and a female tiefling named Asterix. Mokingo was determined to find Oyo Minartuk and test his mettle against her. Perilou was a friend of his, and I really have no clue what Asterix was doing or why she was even in this group.
Do you know how far they went past you? Or
I led the Yeti down. I don't know where they went.
okay.
Yeah, it is 3:10, so let's go ahead and take a break.
All right.
All right, by me.
Bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum.
Hey Sky, if you're still there, can you finish
Yeah,
putting
I'm
the
trying.
details in? Okay. I'm sorry, puppy.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Here when the rest of us are here.
White back yet?
I'm back.
Yes, I'm here. Sorry. I didn't realize
Yeah.
you guys were waiting on me.
The only one I hadn't heard yet, but all good. For reference, that's what you all are climbing right now.
Yeah, no pressure.
So, nonetheless, Garrett gets, as you guys get done skinning the cats, Garrett gets done talking about the companions that he had with him when he started the trek up. Can give me a history check.
Woohoo! History. Gary thought. I take no responsibility for my history tech.
Never mind.
I prefaced it. I knew that was gonna happen. Wish it would have been better, but hey.
So, all ready to get started back up the hill?
Yes.
Mountain, rather.
But I asked him if he knows a safer way of getting up the hill.
He says there's pretty much one path, and he points up.
Okay.
We should take this meat with us, pointing at the remains of the crag cats.
Are we taking the dogs with us, or are we leaving the dogs with him?
We
Walk at the bottom of the hill.
we only have one dog with us at the moment,
Okay.
and boy might as well stay with him. Come to think of it.
So why don't we leave one of the cat carcasses so he has food?
I'll leave some rations here with Garrett, but if we're facing Yetis, we're gonna want to bring these this meat up there with us as much as we can carry.
Okay.
Fine with me.
Picks them up as best he can.
And I will give Garrett 3 rations.
He's all bloody now. He's not liking you right now.
He will mention that him and Boy will head down to the base camp and try and get some rest and wait for you guys.
We tell him what we've done for the dogs down there.
Thank you kindly.
Okay, then I will give him an additional 6 rations so that he has more food for all of the dogs. I really need to buy rations when we get out of here.
Well, I still have my 10, so if you do need some. Or not. 9 now, because I'm eating my rations today. But
I'm down to 2, but I can do the berry spell too, so.
no, you can. Okay.
Alright, so it's him and Boy start heading back the way you just came. About another hour goes by. About there. And at this point, as you look up the steep mountain, a very narrow, not really path, kind of a zigzag of rocks that are, some are kind of flat, some are kind of not, and they kind of zigzag up the mountain. And be clinging to narrow ledges and scaling icy cliffs. Need everybody to give me a DC 10 strength athletics group check. That'll be everybody do athletics, and we'll see if you get past the DC 10 group check. I would say that
Oops,
Athletics, right?
Didn't mean to roll twice.
Alright, the first one you definitely get past. You get up about an hour's worth. Alright, and do that again.
So another athletics check.
Yep.
Not nearly as good this time.
Incidentally, anyone who was blessed can take that off now. It's passed.
And one more time. Athletics.
Woohoo! This is athletics weekend.
It requires athletics to be an athletic person to climb a mountain.
Missing Arden.
I'm getting tired.
It was a group check, so you still passed. You get so from there to there, essentially, you that was about 3 hours. About another 30 minutes up on the left, you see a 15-foot high, 10-foot wide cave mouth. There's blood on some snow some distance from the cave entrance.
There's signs of the Yeti.
Give me a survival check. See if you can find any footprints. Been a lot of traffic up here. You can make out a bunch of different humanoid tracks, as well as some bigger tracks.
I suggest we follow the humanoid ones.
There's some that are going down the hill, there's some or mountain, there's some that are going up the mountain, there are some that are going in the cave.
Do the ones going up the mountain look like long strides or short strides compared to the ones going into the cave? See it, or can we tell? You know, hey, I was running from the, but I was running up the hill. Or were they just walking?
You would assume that there is no running on this mountain.
Okay. I say we go into the cave first and just make sure that, you know, since we're trying to find this guy's compatriots.
How fresh is the blood?
It's frozen.
Frozen?
Yeah, it's frozen. Are you just looking at it, or?
Trying to determine if I can smell it, sense it, if it's within the last 24 hours or within the last week.
Looking at it, it looks frozen. Sniffing at it, it's not really much of a smell. It's frozen. Minimum a day. Maximum, who knows?
Now, this might be a war mission instead of a rescue mission. This blood is within about a day old.
I'm inclined to agree with Illiken. Might as well check out the cave and before we continue up.
I agree. That way we can eliminate that and continue looking.
Everybody
Yeah.
good on health, everybody good on spell slots, everybody good on everything they need.
Mm-hmm.
Good as we can be for being frozen.
Well, before we go in, I'm going to cast stealth.
It's not a. You can try and stealth. It's not a cast.
I'm going to try to stealth.
And I'm going to
And-
do perception.
If I was, what's her name, I'd be invisible.
I don't know what her name is, but I don't think she's around here.
No, she's not. Bo's wife.
Crystallini.
Yeah, if I was Crystallini, I'd be invisible.
Never heard of a Crystallini.
Bite me, Sky.
Come out to Denver.
Oh, You're going to be here before I'll be in Denver, so just remember that you reserve the bite.
Okay. So you are coming up on the cave entrance here.
Does the cave look like it could be scalable? Does it have surfaces that I could walk upside down in?
Yes, it is about 20 feet high.
Okay, we did bring along that meat, right?
Yeah, I'm carrying it.
Thank you.
I look inside. Is there anything inside? Apparently.
I hate to do
You
this.
should
Sorry, Sky, go ahead.
go for it.
I was gonna say, I hate to do this to you guys, but I walk right into the cave.
I follow.
Y'all should be on the map over here.
I'm still. Do I only have like a 5 foot radius? Because I do have night vision.
I'm going to walk up and walk on the ceiling.
If we're within 8 hours of starting, then Illiton should still have night vision. Or dark vision, I don't remember how long it's been.
We're getting right about up to that point. It was one. Let me figure this out. Sitting about 7 hours right now.
Okay, so he would still have it.
Moving forward, following the tracks. Using stealth.
That's 60, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so from looking upside down at these things right here, what are they?
What or what? Sorry.
These 3 balls.
Frozen sacks.
I walk into the cave and bang my spear on some ice nearby or stone, something hard nearby. Maybe I'll bang it on my shield. That's it. And I will start. See, was it grunting, growling, and squealing in a language that nobody else understands. And what I'll be saying is, hello in the cave. Is there anyone home?
You just kind of saying it or yelling it or
Yeah, I'll just kind of shout it out into the cave.
you'll get a response of Why are you here?
It's insane language.
Same language.
Okay. We brought
Everybody.
you some meat, and we are looking for 3 missing humanoids.
Everybody else, you're pretty much hearing.
Yeah, that.
Um, come in. We can always use food.
And I will reply back, thank you, and look back at the party and say, come on in, no sudden movements, don't attack, and Illikin, that meat should be brought up first. So come along with me, please.
He follows.
And I guess we will go in.
So as you enter, this cave has 20-foot high concave roof. Most of the floor has fallen away, forming a chasm that seems to go on forever. All that's left of the floor is a rocky ledge connected to the right by a natural stone bridge that looks safe to cross, and a sheet of ice spans the southern part of the chasm.
Okay, I guess I will try to follow to the north, because it looks safer than that sheet of ice.
Get there. Give me a perception check. Ooh, yeah. Floor of this 10-foot high tunnel is strewn with the bones of looks like a fairly large humanoid. Looks like there's a lot of drag marks around this area. Bits of flesh still cling to some of the bones. The head has been ripped from its shoulders, gnawed, and stuffed in a niche dug out of the wall. Silicon, what remains of the head you recognize as one of your tribe. Although it has been many years, you could never forget the face of one of the children that tormented you back then.
Just desserts.
Amid the Goliath bones are torn bits of hide armor, a great axe, and the skulls and bones of 3 mountain goats.
He can't help it, but he has spit on one of the on the head that he knows.
Seven other crude niches in the walls hold other heads of humanoids previously decapitated by the Yetis.
Any of them recent?
Give me a
Perception or
nature check.
May I aid him in that?
Sure.
Thank you.
The Goliath looks like it has been. It's not it's frozen, but it's not. It hasn't gotten caked in ice yet. So it was within the last 3 or 4 days. Um, there is a dwarf that looks like it's maybe about a month old.
Okay.
Can I reach out and grab that great axe and look to see if it's usable?
Yeah, usable.
Okay, so can I pick it up?
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Is that Goliath, this Mokingo that we're looking for?
Time's about right.
Illican Red recommend. Well, yeah. I don't know if Illican remembers the name, but he would know.
Illican,
Should I
do
do
you-
a history check to see if I can remember the guy's name?
Yeah, that'd be a history. That's what I was trying to do earlier with the Mokingo. But now that you have a name, history check with advantage.
Do I
Yeah,
just-
you know him.
That's him. Crap.
Okay, well, that's one of the missing.
And I tell him he's from my. I know him when I was young. Huh.
I'll kind of give you a strange look and whisper to nowhere. Is this normal to spit on the remains of someone you love? Or someone you know? Nowhere?
I'm sorry.
I give Illican a strange look and then turn to you and whisper, is it normal to spit on the remains of someone you know?
Not in my way of thinking. I was never taught that. So
Maybe it's...
maybe there's more to his story than he's telling.
Possibly. I will continue into the cave.
He follows.
As the tyke sees you, it'll run back over here, climb up on its mother's back.
I will speak in that same language and say, I greet you. My name is Celestine. These are my friends. We have no intention we wish no conflict. We're looking for some missing humanoids, and we brought you this meat as a way to trade, if we need to. And I will gesture to Illican to place the meat down.
He moves in front of nowhere and puts it down, then backs away.
Um, for area, the floor of this cave is 5 feet higher than in the previous area, has an uneven ceiling that ranges in height from 10 to 20 feet. Floor drops off sharply to the south, forming a 10-foot high ledge that overlooks the entrance to a tunnel. In the passageway is a short flight of steps that ascend to the south, so steps that you just went up to get there. So, yeah, there's the female adult Yeti watching her child, Yeti Tyke. As you came in, it was playing with a halfling that is dressed in cold weather clothing and curled up in the fetal position. Yeti Tyke was knocking around like a ball. And it is clear from her cries that she is still alive. And the mother Yeti will respond. You wish to trade meat for her toy?
Yes.
Meat is scarce. Your wish is granted. Take the toy.
Okay, I'll move to the halfling and tap her with the spear and heal her. Okay, that wasn't supposed to take a spell slot, but...
Are you Perilou Fishfinger?
She'll look up at you and just kind of nod.
I'll kind of pull her back in behind the rest of the group. And ask again to the Yeti. I'll ask, have you seen another tiefling? And I'll point at nowhere. One who looks similar to him. Have you seen that one around?
I've not seen points at him. Only toy and points towards the entrance area meet.
Can I do a quick look around the cave to see if there's anything I see that's might be important?
Sure. I don't know. Looking specifically or general?
Just in general.
Perception. Not really. There's... pretty bare. Looks like a home for a beast.
Okay. And I will say something else to her, which I will type into Discord for you. And then say, we thank you for your time, and we will leave you to your business.
I'm curious about this egg-looking thing right here. Want me to roll a perception for it?
Roll me an investigation. It looks like a mirror, like a full 5-foot oval mirror that somebody in an estate might have.
So for now, it's just a mirror.
Correct.
Head back towards the party.
So I think
Kind of
it's time
going
to leave.
along the ledge so that I'm not like at the high recesses of the ceiling, but close enough that I can just kind of come down if I need to.
What were you saying, Arden?
I was saying, you think it's about time to leave?
Yes, it is time to leave.
Illiken's ready to go.
And I will usher everyone past me and make sure I'm the last one to leave. Thinking the Yeti again.
Oh, okay, guys. We got one and coming at us.
Is there something right there that or is that just a boulder?
This right here.
Looks like
Frozen.
rock to me.
Frozen sack.
It's a sack full of something. But anyway, this Yeti here we do not have an agreement with.
He calls back to Celestine and says, "There's another one in front of us. What do we do?"
That's good.
I will quickly ask this one here if the other one is with her.
She will say, husband out for hunt.
Okay. I will make my way down there. And I will greet the Yeti. Greetings. We just spoke with your mate. We traded some meat for this toy, and we asked to leave in peace. Again, in the same language.
Yep. Give me a persuasion check. You will call out and she will reply, and you will hear the conversation between them, and then he will say, my apologies, little one. You may go as you please. Thank you for bringing supple amounts of food.
You're welcome, and if we run into any more in our travels up the mountain and back down, we will try to bring it back for you. And I will quickly usher everyone out of the cave, back up towards the north, or heading up the mountainside.
If the answer is yes, I do that on the way out.
You do what?
I texted you in Discord.
Oh.
I said if the answer is yes, I pick it up on the way out.
No.
Okay.
It would take some time.
Yeah, that's all.
As you get out of the cave, Erlu thanks you and is kind of sniffling and crying at the death of her Goliath friend. I don't know. I don't know what happened to Asterix. I would really like to find her.
It looked like somebody went uphill. Well, instead, some of you went inside the cave, and others went up the hill.
We are going to head up the rest of the mountain way. I think you should come with unless you are certain you have the strength to make it down. Garrett should be waiting at the bottom with
Base camp.
at base camp with Boy and the rest of the dogs.
I was answering a question. What did you say?
I said, we are headed up to the summit, looking for Asterix. I think you should come with unless you feel certain that you can make it to the bottom safely. Garrett should be waiting down at the base camp with Boy and the rest of the dogs.
He will say, I would much rather come with you.
Ignore that, I'm just trying to figure something out. Okay, then I guess let's head further up the mountain.
I let her tie herself up so that she's connected to. Giving her a wide berth since she was nice with. Yeah.
Giving who a wide berth? Me?
The one we just picked up.
Oh.
Are we all tied into the rope?
I believe so.
So, after about another hour and a half, you get up to right. I am changing map.
Thank you.
So there, you come to the edge of a vast and deep crevice with nowhere to go but down. A collapsed tent lies half buried in the snow near the precipice. Jutting out of a nearby snowbank is a pair of blue leather boots. Next to this grim display, a figure in cold weather clothing sits in the snow, her knees pulled in tight to her chest. Horns protrude from underneath the figure's fur-lined hood.
Greetings. Are you Asterix?
You get no reply.
Can I move over to her and make sure she's alive?
Yeah, medicine check.
I asked the girl that's with us if that's who we're looking for.
She is frozen. And you do not feel a pulse.
Damn.
And Perlu will answer Silicon with a sad nod and say, yes, that is her.
What originally got you guys to come up here?
My friend Mokingo. Yeah. Mokingo was determined to find Oyominartak and test his mettle against her.
Was
We
that the
never found her.
I'll look back.
Instead, we
Sorry, go
go
ahead.
ahead. Instead, we found these Yetis, and they tore apart Mokingo. Asterix fled up the hill, obviously, and the little one kept me as a ball. Tried to play with me, and liked pushing me across the ice.
Yeah, sometimes they don't understand their own strengths. But I'll look back and forth between Illikin and the halfling, Perlu,
Hello.
and say, who is this Oyo Mokinku or whatever it was?
Oyomaniar. No, I can't even. Yeah.
Hawaiian?
Not sure what a Hawaii is, but
Right?
I'm fine. How are you?
Do I know who that? Do I know who that is?
give me a history check.
Yeah, I'm not doing pretty good on these. Okay.
It's all up to the dice, dude.
I know. But in a way, I really hope I do because I want to
I
fight him.
love the. I'm gonna do horrible on these, or I'm gonna do great on these. It's like, you got a modifier. You got either a crappy or a good modifier, but the dice really has fate in it. You can't place the name. It sounds familiar, but I mean, based on your background, you haven't been around the legends.
Okay.
But Perlu will say, Oyaminartok is werebear in form. Her huge arms almost reached her feet. Her hair was styled into thick braids and decorated with metal beads. She wore furs and a murky green garb that was fastened by leather. She was kind, willing to help adventurers, and she was strong. He wanted to battle for strength against her. We had heard that she was up here.
Just like a friendly battle, right? Not like planning to kill her?
No, not to kill her. Just
They'll
to
kill
prove
him,
strength.
There's no such thing as friendly strength with him.
Okay, well, obviously this Oyo Minartark is not here. So, you should go over there and take anything you want to remember your friend by, and we will make our way down. How long have we been traveling at this point?
Say you are right about. We're talking 9 hours, and that would also mean that Illican no longer has dark vision.
Because you've cast it twice on me. I haven't rested, so it's been 16 at least. I mean, 8 and 8. Yeah, 8 and 16.
Huh?
The last time I cast it on us was just after we woke up. Or last time I cast it on you was just after we woke up.
Yeah, you cast it at me going into the cave, and then you cast it on me when we woke up. So,
No, she only did it once at the beginning of the day.
No, I thought
It was
just.
it was 7 hours when you went into the cave. You had 8 hours on dark vision.
Oh, okay. I thought she had to cast it again. Sorry.
Okay.
I say we rest and get to try going down the hill again.
I agree. We should probably rest and head out in the morning. Or after we rest.
What was this reference to blue boots?
There are some blue boots sticking out of the snow pile up there.
Where I'm at.
And that's the frozen body, right?
Frozen body is
That's-
the token.
Yeah, I know.
They're technically both frozen, but yes, that's the frozen tiefling that's got her knees pulled up to her chest, and she is frozen solid. And across from her is a humanoid body lying in the snow, been covered by some snow over the past month.
Yeah, I'll expose the body to see if she knows who it is.
I'll help you. What do we need to roll?
Do perception.
Are you guys sure this is snow we're standing on?
I don't know. It could be a cloud for all I know.
You are up near the clouds. Perlu will say, I don't know who he is. He was not with our group. As she looks over at the dwarf.
All right.
Thank you, White.
So we'll start to put the snow back over top of the body.
One thing that is apparent is it is a stocky male body without a head. And it looks like a dwarf. Pardon, just for shits and giggles, give me an investigation check.
I'll help.
As you start to brush the snow over the body, you notice a slight reflection off of a weapon of some sort that is underneath the body.
Can I get the weapon?
I'd say with everybody's help, you'd be
I'll
able
help.
to move the body and get the weapon out.
Okay, I'll certainly help. Oh,
Ooh,
Sure, why not? Oh,
that's nice.
That's pretty.
Nice.
As you pull the bow out, the bow is as white as the snow it was found near. The only coloration in the bow is the graining, which seems as though mithril has somehow grown inside the wood. It seems to have a sheen of reflection along the front of it. The center of the bow comes out to almost a point near where the nocked arrow would sit. When looking very closely, one might notice two very small holes adjacent to those tips.
I look at Art and say that matches your ability or your skill set. You should have it. And you found it.
I'll carry it till we find out what it is.
okay. Do you think those boots are of any value?
Uh, they look okay.
Yeah. I'd like to try and get them because he certainly is not going to need them.
No, he's not. I'll help you get the boots off.
Illikin goes inside the tent to see what's there.
Do you want to try to put the tent up first?
Tent
Yeah,
looked like it was up.
I didn't do very well with that investigation, even with help.
And you're able to get the. You don't really need to investigate the boots. They're there. You see them. But it looked like a all right crafted pair of blue boots. They could definitely use some work if you happen to know a leather worker or a cobbler around.
Well, certainly. I can probably find someone who can work with them. Are we able to break the legs up enough so that we can get the legs and feet out of the boots?
Eventually, yeah.
Okay. And if nobody objects, I'll take them.
Fine by me. And once he's got the boots off, I'm going to go help Illikin put the tent up so he can search it.
Paralu will mention to whoever was Celestine, that she doesn't really want to touch her body, and that you are welcome to whatever she had. And Paralu is just kind of in shock over this whole thing and just wants everything over.
Okay. Um,
I'm going to come and be with Perilou and just kind of put my hand on her shoulder and say, everything's going to be okay. We're going to get you out of here.
So what me and Ella can have to roll, put the tent up so we can use it.
Give me an intelligence check.
Everything you don't expect to roll for is a roll.
Both of you are pretty smart in this endeavor, and understand that this tent is frozen and has been up here for a fairly long amount of time. And although a couple of you can probably scoot in underneath it and be blocked from the snow, it's not much good for anything anymore.
Is there anything inside it?
Give me an investigation check. There's snow.
Okay.
Nowhere, help me pull these bodies over to the side here so we can use the camp for the night.
I'm going to take Perilou inside the tent and get her out of the elements.
Yeah.
Try to get her warmed up.
Help with the bodies.
Sure, I'll help you. And are you going to search Estrix or not?
You're welcome to. Celestine wouldn't care. I really care, but Celestine wouldn't, so.
Same here.
Huh. Well, I think she's here and she's not going to be able to use anything she has. So I would like to search her body.
Since I'll help, but I'll also mention to Nowhere, since he's the one that initiated, you might want to check the other body as well, in case there was something on it. I know the boots were easily seen, but if there was one weapon, maybe there's either additional arrows.
But between Arden and Nowhere and already investigating that body, you pretty much got what it's got, or what it had.
Okay.
But Nowhere, go ahead and give me an investigation at advantage with Illiken's help on Asterix.
I'm going to suggest that they get our companion here inside the tent.
I thought Clara did.
Yeah.
And then you could keep her between you to stay warm. Because she doesn't have any sleeping gear.
Okay.
I was referring to Claudette and Celestine.
Nowhere,
I'm sorry. What were you saying about me?
Say, getting our new companion inside the tent, okay? And you and Celestine be with her, and then because she doesn't have any sleeping gear, she can stay between you to stay warm.
Okay.
Yeah, you doing okay? Out of character, that was the last question. Are you doing okay, Dad?
Okay.
All right, so nowhere you find a potion of find a. I shouldn't have said that. You find a bottle, a potion bottle, and a leather-bound book.
All right. And let's see. Is it Celestine that has detect magic?
I do.
Shows you could check these and the boots.
And the bow.
And the
Yes,
bow.
and the bow too. To see if there's any magic there.
Certainly, I will cast Detect Magic and look at all these items. The potion bottle, the bow, the boots, and the book.
Thank you.
Elkin asked to look at the book.
Well, let's find out what Sky says first.
All right, so what are we looking at? We're looking at boots. Boots do not look magical, but they are of a medium quality. As a leather worker, you would be able to tell that. Looking at the ocean. It is definitely, or the bottle of liquid is definitely magical and looks to have an aura of illusion magic attached to it.
Okay. With my herbalism knowledge, would I be able to identify that potion?
Me wisdom with your herbalism. Yes, you would know that it is the potion of invisibility, which you already knew, but your characters didn't.
Okay. See, bow and book.
Book is magical. There is not a specific type of magic that you're looking at. However, as you open it up, that is what those are the spells that you see inside.
Okay.
And the bow. The bow is definitely magical. Not good at this part, so it looks no, there's definitely more than one aura coming off of it. But it looks some sort of elemental energy.
Okay. I will point at the bow and say that's definitely magical. We're gonna have to get that identified. It's very curious. Some sort of elemental magic at work here. The book appears to be a bunch of spells, and I'll go ahead and hand that to Illikin. Let him look it over if he wants, since he asked. The potion, I'll hand it back to Nowhere and say, this is a potion of invisibility. This should make you invisible for probably about an hour, unless you take some sort of action to break it. And these boots, while not magical, they're a pretty good set of boots. They're a little worn out. I might be able to repair them a little, if you're interested.
Just putting this out there that I would really like that potion of invisibility.
Well, yeah, I can probably give that to you. What do you think it's worth?
You are totally right.
I'm amazed. Okay, so Illikin wanted to help others tonight, or today, to this afternoon, and Nowhere is. Oh well, he's not going to need the boots. I'm totally going to take the boats. You are so turning in Verheis. Holy crap! Like Verheis is dead, and now, wow, the energies have morphed.
I know. It's like we have the road right next to us, and everybody else doing else but there. It's great.
Yeah. For what it's worth, I did ask what she thought it was worth, but I wasn't necessarily going to charge her for it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Illikin never asked, "What do you think is worth?" I'm just putting it out there.
I think it's worth complete invisibility when I'm trying to stealth to give somebody a surprise when we're in combat.
After self. Okay, my question is, how can people learn from these books? Spells.
Well, let them finish this then.
Am I supposed to be talking?
No, there was
Okay.
RP going on between
That's what I
Claudette
thought.
and Nowhere.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Claudette to.
She mentioned it's worth her being invisible so that she can scout ahead and attack enemies.
Okay, I'll give it to you.
Thank you.
See, I'm not necessarily such a terrible person as you might think.
I never thought you were terrible.
Just a drunk.
Sure.
And Celestine.
Now, be nice.
Celestine will totally say that under her breath. Jokingly, of course. Teasingly, I should say.
But I don't know that I believe the tease part.
You're welcome to
You're
do an
quite
insight check.
There are quite a number of spells in this book. It may be interesting to try them out. I guess my next question is that I'm not a magic user. Can I even cast these spells?
Yeah. We'll tell you next week. Because I got to work on some stuff on that one.
All right. Thanks for the game, guys.
All right.
Oh, are we calling it?
I
That's
got a
not what I
question.
was saying, but
Oh, okay. I thought it
Okay,
was.
good.
go
We're gonna
ahead,
go
Arden.
bed down, right?
That was the plan.
All right. I'll take first watch when it's time.
You
Okay.
guys are ready to bed down?
Do we want to take any time for professions before we bed down, or?
Y'all got probably about 3 hours till when you would normally bed down.
I give my bedroll to our new comrade and sit in the corner and wait to see what Celestine's going to do with leatherworking so I can help.
Okay, I'm gonna. Well, first I need to know that those crag cat pelts, were those tanned already, or do I need to tan them?
You'll need to tan them.
Okay, then I will spend the 3 hours tanning them.
I'll learn how to tan since it's something easy.
You might.
Okay, I will
Okay,
spend the
attempt.
next. I will spend the time attempting to tan them. I apologize.
I was actually responding to Kenny.
Okay.
There's a good chance that you'll tan them. He might learn how to tan them.
Yeah, that's what I'm referring to. I'll attempt to learn, but I'm not.
Alright, go ahead and give me leatherworking. Let's go with the wisdom for the whole process and all that.
You just want me to roll straight wisdom?
No, Celestine. And with
I think
Claudette's
Claudette was
help,
saying that. Yeah.
yep, which that would be a 16, no 15. I can't count. Yeah, the 3 hours you get them both tanned. While trying to instruct Silicon. I gotta get my profession page open. I didn't write this down. I need to write this down. White. What was it? It was one was intelligence, the other was wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom for the teacher, intelligence for the student. And I combine the two and take the average of the two for whether or not they learn anything. You get to set the DC though.
All right. I think you're just too distracted. I don't know what you're distracted from, but you're.
My past.
Yeah, that works.
You're
You just
welcome.
saw one of your childhood nemesis.
Horned as shit.
Head torn to shreds and head on display to outsiders, and you're still kind of in the thick of it. Celestine's guiding you and getting help from Claudette, and you're just kind of off in your own world. But you do get both the full and the half pelt hand inside your 3 hours.
Awesome.
Anybody else doing anything?
I'm gonna work on that bow. Check, make sure if it needs any kind of repair or something, and clean it up.
Amazingly, it looks in perfect condition. String is not even out of place.
Then I'll sit there and test the pool and again just spend time with it, get familiar with it, feel comfortable with it.
You spending time in the attuning process?
It just working with the bow, doing the pull on the string to see what kind of tension it has, right? And the hand grip and how it feels in your hand for balance.
Feels great.
Just basically just getting comfortable with it.
Feels nice and nimble. Very taut as you pull the string back. Fits your hands wonderfully.
I'm starting to like this bow more and more.
But you were not trying to attune to it, you're just trying to get the feel.
Yeah. For right now, I just want to make sure that everything physically works well.
Okay. Nowhere are you doing anything? There's no bars around here.
Nice.
I've just been reading through this spell book, see how much of it I can understand. And that's pretty much it.
All right. Let's go ahead and call it there. We'll pick it up with Arden's watch next week.